I don't know about in your house, but I'll tell you what, in my house, we talk about whole grains, we talk about adding more whole grains to our diet, and everybody kind of goes, what, huh? And part of that is because, first of all, they can be difficult to prepare. Some of it is that they can be a little bit tasteless. And granted, a lot of whether the kids are going to eat it or not depends on the end preparation, but I've got 4 examples of things here that are fairly quick and fairly easy to deal with, and something that I'm sure that the family will eat. The first one is actually a gluten-free ancient grain called quinoa, and you're starting to read more and more about this, and it really is pretty easy to prepare if you take a couple of simple steps. Quinoa in its raw form is kind of it's that beige kind of color, and actually it has a very earthy aroma to it. And I kind of think that unless you toast it, it kind of tastes like the box. So really what I tell you to do is rinse this very well and then toast it. And you know what I do at home? I toast it in my toaster oven. And when it gets to a nice golden brown color, it's ready to go. Then, believe it or not, all you really have to do is for about 20 minutes in boiling water with a little bit of salt, and even a little bit less if you don't want it quite as well done, a little more al dente. And this is great simply with some lemon zest, fresh chopped herbs, a little olive oil, salt and pepper, and my kids eat it at home, believe it or not. The next one takes a little bit longer to prepare. It's called farro, and it also is an ancient grain, primarily in the Mediterranean region. Farro is a relative of spelt, but it's not exactly the same thing, and you can see it here in its raw form, and it is very hard, and it's best if you soak it overnight. And when you do, it takes very little time to cook. This is what it looks like after it's been soaked overnight, or at least about 8 hours in cool water in the refrigerator. Again, 20 minutes, boiling water, a little bit of salt, and it gets nice and fluffy, and it has actually the taste of pasta. It's delicious, and it's a whole grain. And this also, delicious with a little bit of olive oil, salt, pepper, sauteed, a touch of Parmesan cheese. Fantastic. The next one you've probably heard of, it's bulgar wheat. It's the main ingredient in tabbouleh. And here it is in its raw form, and this is truly one of the easiest things that you can make at home. Raw and cooked isn't really difficult. All that cooked is a mug full of water, about 2 parts of water to 1 part of the bulgar wheat in the microwave until it's almost boiling, pour it over, and within about 10 minutes, this is the end result. Tabbouleh would be cucumber, tomato, lemon zest, lemon juice, a little olive oil, parsley, delicious, salt and pepper. And the last one, although it's not a whole grain technically, it's the form of pasta, it would be whole wheat couscous. And it is made with whole wheat flour, so it has a nice amount of fiber in it. And it is very delicious, very nutty in flavor, and also one of the easiest things that you can make at home. Same process. Just under 2 parts of water to 1 part of couscous in the microwave till it's just under boiling. Pour it in there, 5 minutes. 5 minutes, it's fluffed with a fork. This is delicious with a touch of butter and a little bit of salt, just like pasta. Very easy to do. Make them at home.